'96 Olympic boxing.
Right.
As an American. And you got a guy coming from Ireland, and y'all support him over that guy.
Right.
The first night of that promotion, Mayweather came out in Los Angeles with an American flag hoodie, representing America, and you got a guy coming from Ireland, and y'all don't support him.
Right. That's right.
You beat him as a phonier, this Cuban zirconians, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
that shows you. That's a case study to show you. This guy's an American Olympian, representing y'all people at '96 in the Olympics.
That was the fight I went to. I went to the Ricky Hatton and Mayweather.
Yeah. Oh, so you was in there?
Yeah.
What was the climate like?
Bruh, it was ridiculous. No, it wasn't the Ricky Hatton I went to. But anyway, the Ricky Hatton, that fight was the same way, bro. Yeah. That boy was from another country, and he had the whole USA behind him, man.
Yeah, bro.
He had the whole America behind him. And Mayweather beat that boy, bro, like a stepchild, man. Like the redhead stepchild he is, he got his butt whipped.
Yeah.
Ooh, but I mean, it was ridiculous, though, how they put all their support behind him, man.
Yeah, because it's that hatred. It's that hatred, that perpetual hatred, like the brother brought out.
But I can't remember what fight I was at, but I just kept asking. I was just saying it out loud though. I was saying, where is y'all so-called American pride? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is an American against a guy from another country, and y'all rooting for the other country. Like, it just don't make no sense to me.
Sure. I'm gonna get that right here. That Romans chapter 13:9, in verse 12. Oh, bump that. I'm gonna go up. It says, because this is about Israel and Jacob, and we're talking about this Bakari situation. Now, this is Romans chapter 9 and verse 7. Neither because they are of the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Because through Isaac, out of all the seeds that Abraham had, including Ishmael, Isaac was the one that the seed was going to go through.
Right.
That is they which are the children of the flesh. These are not the children of God, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed, which happened through Isaac. Because the other children were not the children of God. And that's how you know who it's talking about.
That's right.
Further on, for this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebecca, so after Sarah, when Rebecca also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac. So why is Paul writing the letter of Romans saying our father Isaac?
Right, exactly.
For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the promise of God according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. Verse 12. It was said unto her, the elder
another one on the other side
shall serve the younger.
They got another plate thing on the other side. You can use that.
The elders shall serve the younger. It is written, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. So what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. For he said unto Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So, that's basically...
Jake lying. You can buy your ticket from any one of them things.
Yeah.
Hey, you can get your ticket from anyone, man. It don't matter. Get one from over there.
You still got to put your license plate in there.
Right, you got to... Yeah.
All they going to do, man, they come in and they just read the ticket. As long as your ticket is within that time, because we do the same thing. We just, if this ain't working, we'll go to another one just to get the ticket.
Yeah. So that's just showing love to a brother, man. You don't want your neighbor to fall into a situation where he don't do it, and then he get a boot on his stuff.
Right.
And that's Jake too. You heard him. I bet. You saw don't talk like that.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure. Yeah. So I mean, as you go into this situation, like you said with Bakari and the situation, it's just a mindful thing. We got to be mindful. Ultimately, when you examine it, like we say, at the end of the day, this is about the gospel. Right. And part of the gospel is these simple truths. Yeah. And waking up your mind and saying, I need a savior that's going to deliver me from these people.
Right.
Because if not, I'm going to perish.
Right.
And that's what Yahawashi came to deliver us from our enemies and from the hand of those that hate us.
That's right.
Unfortunately, for Bakari's situation, he wasn't delivered.
He wasn't delivered, man.
He fulfilled the fullness of the curses all the way to the end.
Right.
Meaning that he fulfilled even the 68th verse.
Yep.
That's right.
No man saved him.
And that just lets you know, man, how wise you need to be in this world that we in, man.
Yeah, it's really hard enough dealing with Jake. Jake is a whole other story. We can parallel that. Some of the aspects, heck, I seen the other day. I didn't even put it on a group chat, but it was a Jake out in Harlem. He was chilling on the corner. I don't know if you might have seen the video. He was showing the corner like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, like outside of a convenience store with other Jakes. Jake rolled up, man, out of nowhere on the side, and it came through and pointed that hammer at him, man.
Dang.
Just basically just looked at him. Jake knew he was done.
Right.
Jake looked at him like, man, even if I run, he can let off all these bullets, so I'm still gonna be gone.
Yeah.
And they knew that, and the guys that was with him, they knew that they came for him because when they saw the way, because the dude wasn't concerned about the other guys. He came and he was pointed it right at the guy he wanted. He said a few words, shot him. He shot one time, hit him right in the head. That boy fell right to the concrete. So just like it says in the scripture, hey, a fool and a wise man perish the same way, man.
That's right.
The way a foolish man go out, the wise man didn't. That's how Stephen went out.
Right.
Stephen went out. It was just happened to be amongst Jake, but he went out the same type of way.
Right.
Beaten by a group of men.
Yep.
So whether it be Esau, whether it be Jake, but at the end of the day, we're just doing this particular part to show you a lesson according to the scriptures of why this thing happened and why it is we do need Yahawashi.
That's right.
Because you're not going this when this guy sets up and all hell breaks loose. He got this military rolling out here. He got tanks. He got 50 cal guns on the top of trucks, ready to blow your head up like a freaking watermelon. Right. And you're gonna realize it's a whole nother level. That's why we're here to warn our people.
That's right.
That we need to get right, get this truth, get into this believing in Yahawashi.
Yeah.
Hopefully receive the forgiveness of sins, and hopefully get delivered.
Right.
That's right, man.
That's right, man. Because man, we got a beast to deal with Esau, man. Just like with that Bakari, man. Shoot, Esau, he's coming at us with tentacles of deception, bro.
Yeah.
He hits you this way. If he can't get you this way, he'll hit your pockets, bro.
Yeah.
He'll hit you in the pocket, man.
Right. Yeah, which we're gonna get into.
He'll get you into
because what's so beautiful about it is the debt thing of what we have to pay. We couldn't pay the debt to Yahawashi, to the Most High, of what our transgressions were, all of our past lives and current.
Right.
So we had to have somebody that was going to be able to do what he had to do. So we're going to go into that, bro.
Yeah.
You want me to bring it out?
You want to start out with that Baruch 3?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Start that off.
Yeah. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
Come on.
Look at that, bro.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from Yahweh our power.
And see, and one thing you got to understand in all situations that Esau
just said
puts us into, every situation that Esau puts us into, the Most High, Yahawashi will find a way to get a brother or sister out of that situation, man.
Right.
And we subject to payments right now, but there are avenues that he can bless brothers with to get them out of those situations, man.
Right, man.
Because as the scriptures say, the borrower is servant unto the lender.
That's right.
You got any more on that?
No, that's it right there.
That's pretty much it on that.
Yeah, they're subject to payments. That's really why the elite families of Esau, they're all dealing with banking. That's how they enslaved the whole world.
Right.
To make everybody subject to payments, and that was one of the things that we had to face.
Right.
And Jake is the one who suffers it from that the most.
That's right.
It's harder because we don't have no real wealth, no long-term ability to really sustain ourselves. The job market is always funny for us. So there's a lot of times it's hard for us. We can't get promotions.
Yeah.
You gotta basically sell out.
Just to get ahead.
Just to get ahead. And a lot of times.
Yeah.
And then the thing is man, Esau is a devil, bro. This dude is just a total devil, man.
Yeah.
Brother, because man, me and I was talking about it coming up here. We was like, hey man, I don't see hardly none of my check, man. All my check goes straight to bills, and I got these coins left.
That's right.
A few coins left to do whatever, and then if a situation arises, I gotta take that little coin I got and then throw it on that situation, man. That's why it's so imperative for brothers to try and get themselves into a situation where they can be free to do the work of Yahawashi, man.
Yeah, because you got brothers sometimes they got to work overtime and extra jobs.
Yeah.
That takes away from this.
Yeah.
And even though, you know, you become, which we'll get it later on.
Yeah.
You know, you can get to that. I'll get a scripture for that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. So
That's right.
That just lets you know. That just lets you know, man, that you know the situation that we in, man. We got to be wise in everything, cause that boy Esau is setting snares and traps on every corner for Jake, man.
Yep.
That's right.
We don't have a chance, man, if we ain't abiding according to Yahweh and Yahushua. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You need to get better? Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Jake, I mean, Esau do whatever they got to do, man, to keep us enslaved, man.
Yeah.
And how they keep us enslaved, though, is with they monetary,
yeah.
you know, they wealth.
Yeah, that is a big thing. Even Yahawashi
Right.
understood it.
Yeah.
I can bring out that example for you. That Matthew goes to 18.
Matthew, okay. What the prayer?
We can do the prayer.
Oh, okay.
Or if you want to go to the prayer, what's that, 7?
6.
Six,
Probably at the end.
Yeah.
Matthew 6.
24, 23,
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Hey, where's it?
Matthew 6. It should be right. But get right there. Right there.
That you right here?
Yeah. Right there.
This is Matthew chapter 6 and verse, let's start here. We'll start at this verse 8. Be not therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask them. After this manner therefore pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors.
Forgive us our debts, man, as we forgive our debtors. Now, if the Most High finds an avenue to take you out of that situation, man, that's a certain type of debt that's being forgiven right there.
Now this one is talking about the debts of our sins.
Yeah, that's talking about the debts of our
So
sins.
we're going to get that's in Matthew 18. I think.
Yeah, Matthew 18, let me try that.
Now the whole thing is a transactional basis.
Yeah.
Meaning that if you have a debt, you owe something. You know? You're in a deficit.
Yeah.
You're not in a good position. You know?
What is that, 18 and...
You're not in a good position, and that's including our transgressions.
Right. What is that in 18 and...
What was that, 18? Okay, it's looking right here. But the same servant, therefore the kingdom of heaven is like unto, this is verse 23.
Oh, you don't have a red letter in yours.
No, 18 and 23.
See, that's Matthew 18 and 23. It says, therefore is the kingdom of heaven like unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him, which owed him 10,000 talents.
Now keep this. That word for servants, it should be like doulos. Now in today's term, a lot of times we don't want to use the word slave, especially in Babylon, because of the insensitivity with the captivity of Jake here.
Right.
So we don't even use the word slave, but there's another word for servant. Now that word there should be doulos, which we are in this captivity. We're according to this. Now who is this king? This king could be an Edomite king.
Yeah, could be.
Just as an example, a king, or it's really Jake, but it's really allegorical for him.
Right.
But in our particular situation, it's Esau.
Right.
Now, but in this parable, it's talking about the Yahawashi, because you're going to see what it's talking about. We're going to parallel it with actual debt here on this planet.
Right.
Keep going.
But for as much as he had not to pay, his Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife, and children, and all that he had, and payment to be made.
So he had to work harder to basically pay off what he owed.
Right.
Including his whole family, meaning that everybody was going to be working.
Subject to that.
His wife going to have to work, because back then, you was just you was bringing in the income. Your woman died the house. So guess what? Now, your woman, your wife, your kids, everybody got to do it. That's like sharecropping. You saw them Jakes back in the day. They were had debt thrown on them. The man, the woman, and the children had to work.
Right.
Esau said, you owe us money.
That's right. Because you ate off this land. You know, you owe me a certain amount of money, so you don't get paid.
Right.
So they have to go a whole nother year without getting paid.
Yep.
And then they started getting in more debt because they started having to use the resources from the land
And
to eat to
Esau
survive.
messing up the numbers anyway.
Right.
Because Esau first entrapped them saying, I'll let you work on this land and you'll get a piece of it after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And Esau come up with some forged documents talking about, hey, you know you owe money. I said, what money, sir?
He started charging
Esau
them for
come out with that
everything
thing
they
talking about
doing.
you owe $30,000.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to how long gonna take for you to work that off? It's gonna take you reckon about 10 to 15 years.
And every year you're gonna rack up another debt.
If you want it to go away quicker, your wife and your kids can work.
Right.
Help us out.
See, Esau put the whole family in slavery, bro.
And they still in slavery, but slavery was so-called done away with.
Right.
The sharecropping thing was still slavery.
Yeah, it's still slavery. A lot of people don't know Jake was still in
Different
slavery.
form, yeah.
Up until the 1920s.
This is verse 26. The servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Then the Lord of that servant was moved with compassion and loosed him and forgave him the debt.
And that's what the Most High did. When you come into this truth, you're pleading for forgiveness, you're asking for your sin, for your debt, your sins to be forgiven. This is allegorical. And you basically say, okay, he had compassion and he did it.
Right.
He said, you know what, I'm gonna blot it out as if it never happened.
That's right.
Keep going.
28. But the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence, and he laid hands on him.
So this is a person that had a small, minor transgressions. He might have not had decided to give double honors to him. 100 pence worth of what he felt he was wronged on.
You're right.
And he gonna go and do what out?
And he laid hands on him and took him by the throat, saying, pay me that thou owest.
Yeah, give me that 10%. You owe me 10%. I'm an apostle.
Right. Give me
10%. You owe me money.
You owe me
You haven't
that.
been putting money into the treasury. You want to show me?
Yeah.
You owe me.
You owe me that according to the law. Verse 29. And his fellow servant fell down at his feet and besought him, saying, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. And he would not, but went and cast him into prison till he should pay the debt. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were very, very sorry. They were very sorry, and came and told unto their Lord all that was done. Then his Lord, after that he had called him, said unto him, O thou wicked servant, I forgave thee all that debt, because thou desirest me. Shouldest not thou also have had compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee? And his Lord was wroth, and delivered him to the tormentors, till he should pay all that was due unto him. So likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you, if ye from your hearts forgive not every one his brother their trespasses. And see, and that's the thing right there that Israel has a serious problem with.
Major.
That's right.
Israel has a serious problem paying their own debt, and then also paying this debt that it's talking about right here, bro. I'm talking about a monetary on the carnal level and on the spiritual level.
Yeah, they think that them apostles back then had grudges like they do now.
Right.
Like you thinking that these same type of men, they weren't doing that,
They weren't doing that, bro.
They didn't have time for all that. Now they did rebuke and correct.
Yeah.
But they wasn't sitting there holding 30-year grudges.
Yeah, man.
That stuff is not of the fruits of the spirit.
They never would tell somebody that
Anybody
they hate
tell
them
you,
forever.
yeah, come on. I hate you forever. I hope you. See, that's where you don't understand. People don't understand the gospel.
Right.
If you understand the gospel and the elements, the last thing you want to do is wish someone to perish.
Yep.
Because you're like, damn, that's a whole level of punishment that we understand.
Right.
And now we want to be more merciful to our brethren.
Yeah.
Because we're like, damn, I don't want to see him. I don't want him. I wouldn't wish that on myself. I wouldn't want that for me. So I'm sure not going to wish that on him.
What's the scripture? He that was without mercy
Shall be judged without mercy.
Yeah. Who showed no mercy
Showed
shall
no
be
mercy.
judged.
Right.
Yeah. Who showed no mercy shall be judged without mercy.
See, man, and this parable right here is a prime example of it, man. That's a prime example of it.
That was a brother that you didn't want to forgive over something minor.
Yeah.
Because it said 100 pence, which is small.
Yeah.
Because when you read it, when you listen to the Alexander Scorby, he said that owed him 100 pence. He lets you know it's small money.
Yeah.
But you got forgiven all this other stuff, and you don't want to forgive over a minor issue. That brother, he didn't look at me the right way, or something really just small.
Yeah.
He corrected you on a breakdown that you had wrong, and you say he was trying to show me up. I'm an elder. I'm an apostle.
Right.
He's trying to tell me that this breakdown is really this. You guys don't know nothing. You know, you still see that till now. And I was shocked to see that watching a video about a guy talking about something that happened like 3 years ago about a guy that you ain't even dealing with no more. You trying to say, meanwhile, brothers and came and showed you all your stuff that you done broke down wrong.
Right.
And even more is going to be revealed of how wrong you really are.
Right. It's crazy, man.
And that's for truth's sake, not for any man should
That's
boast.
coming humbly and saying those words. It's not just being, you know, a certain kind of way, like I got it now.
Yeah,
type
we
thing.
got the truth.
Yeah,
Y'all ain't got the truth.
It ain't like that. This in all humility.
Yeah.
Cause man, hey, these words been around for 2,000 years, man. It ain't like we coming up with a new invention right here.
That's it, bro.
Hey, if the Spirit allows a certain brother or over there in New York to get a breakdown, hey, I'll praise Yahweh.
Yeah.
Through his son Yahawashi. Hey, over here in Texas or wherever it may be, man, that's a body of people, man, trying to come with a common goal, one mind, which is truth and faith in Yahawashi, man.
That's right.
So
just like it is an example, that's why I was going to bring out that example, because we were talking about debt earlier.
Right.
And one thing about it is, like, imagine you have all that debt and it gets forgiven, man, you're going to feel pretty good, man.
you're gonna be
and you're going to be compassionate with other people that may have owed you money.
Oh yeah.
Because you're going to say, man, all this debt that I had got paid off, and I know that Marcus owed me $500, but it's no big deal.
Hey, Marcus, if you get paid, man,
That's right.
I won't even ask for it, though.
But if not, oh well, bro.
He might come to you and say, man, I know I'm gonna get you that $500, brother. You're gonna say, listen, bro, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's forgiven.
Man, hey.
He ain't gonna know why, but you like, man.
Hey, look, the Most High blessed.
My money's straight. I ain't gonna beg for that money.
Yeah, the Most High blessed us, man. He done blessed brothers, and then it got to a certain situation to where, man, hey, I don't need no more. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
See, that's the feeling that someone should have. That's why the parable's there, man. Because
right.
the Most High know, man, Yahawashi, when he brought out the parable, that is no joke, man.
That's right, bro.
That stuff was like a cloud hanging over your head. Like,
Man,
damn, I know I gotta pay it.
That'd be one of the main things.
You start clamp you now, you can't get a house.
Bruh.
Can't get a car, can't really move. I remember when I got my
All
apartment.
over a damn number.
Right.
Damn credit number, credit score.
Yeah. I remember when I tried to get my apartment after I sold my home, man, it was like, we want to see your bank statements to see how much money you have, and you got to pay the first month up front.
That's right. That's right.
Put that down payment.
I had to come through with the bank statement, the most recent bank statement, to show them, hey, I got enough money to pay for 6 to 7 months if I don't have a job. Or whatever. You know, I had to show them that, and then they was like, well, listen, even with that, still got to pay us this application fee, pay us the full month up front right now.
Yep, that's you, bro.
You said don't give a damn. You gonna hold that over your head like this, man.
All day long.
You're not in good standing with us.
They don't care, bro.
Yep, that's right. That's right, man. Esau don't give a damn. You got that in Nehemiah?
I get it.
You see that Nehemiah, man, it gives you an example of that. I think it's Nehemiah 10 and 31.
31.
Around that.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 10, verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day, and that we would leave the 7th year and the exaction of every debt.
The exaction of every debt, man. So that's
and
your...
that accumulated is out of there.
It's out of there. Hey, get 2 Kings 4. That piece right there, man, is showing you the avenue in which the Most High can take your stuff and just eliminate it, man.
Right.
Because you don't even, man, that takes a lot of burden and stress off of a brother or sister, man.
That's
to
in
have
the
that
law
thing
too,
just,
ain't it?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Man, you just like, man, 7 years and all my debt is gone. Man, you got tons of stuff.
You're gonna be happy, man.
You're gonna be happy, bro. And then you're gonna be like, hey, man, well, look here, man. I'm feeling better because that burden off. Now I can actually work and actually spend my own change, bro.
You can actually build something.
Build something, bro.
Yeah, from the top.
Start building.
2 Kings 4. Because this right here is an example of the Most High giving you a way out right there.
Yeah.
Right.
This is 2 Kings chapter 4, starting at verse 1. Now there cried a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophets unto Elisha, saying, Thy servant my husband is dead, and thou knowest that thy servant did fear Yahweh, and the creditor is come to take unto him my 2 sons to be bondmen.
To slaves, man, the creditor is coming, bro. So
Damn.
I'm like, these people.
And that's in the parable too.
Yeah, that's in the parable too. So he about to come and take this woman's 2 sons,
To
bro.
lay off the debt of his father that passed.
Exactly, man. So now, what is she gonna do? What is she doing? She turned into the man of God, man.
Yep.
Because the Most High will give you, this is an example of the Most High giving you a way out of a situation.
Well, she was one of the husbands of a prophet that had died.
Yep.
So she was already plugged in.
She was already plugged in. And look
Hey, y'all sisters.
Yep. Hey,
Hey,
don't
look on your man if he's really in this thing.
You're right.
There's a benefit that you don't. There's benefits that you can't see.
Because the Most High will open up a door for y'all to get out of that situation.
Oh, yeah.
Because, man, hey, brothers, it ain't been easy for brothers, man.
Yeah.
Brothers been up here really trying to think of how we going to get out of certain situations, bro.
Because you want to do the work, but you're like, man, it's harder to do the work if you always got to work.
If you always
And then,
gotta work,
you know, the
bro.
overtime come in, and I'll be like, man, I'm too tired to work this
You
overtime.
wore, man, look, hey, be up in that joker just falling asleep, bro. You just like, man, I can't do it, man. And then, but you got to muster that energy up, man, and go in there and do it. It's
So you go, wow, we sell just for payments, man.
Yeah.
We're literally brought into this world to accumulate debt.
That's right.
Esau don't want you to make a certain amount of money. He has an increased salary in years, man. People have been making 30-something thousand in entry-level jobs since the 90s.
And still, bro.
And then the cost of living keeps going up, but then the entry level for salary for positions is still the same.
Bro, I've been in this position I'm in for 6 years, man. I ain't had a raise in 3 years, bro. I'm just at the
But when you
same.
go in the grocery store, the prices raised up on milk, eggs.
So that
bread.
means, so what does that mean? My money is going down.
Your mortgage keep going up higher
Keep
every
going
year.
up, taxes.
Because Esau saying your property value didn't increase.
Bro, that's why,
Your
man.
insurance goes up. Even your car insurance is even going up.
Yeah.
They incrementally putting the next year, it'd be like $5 more, $5. Before you know it, 5 years until you pay your car insurance, you done paid $25 more a month now.
Right.
You know?
So the Most High, man, he
So-
give avenues, man, just like this woman.
Gonna keep going.
Mhm.
So verse 2. And Elisha said unto her, what shall I do for thee? Tell me what hast thou in the house. And she said, that handmaid hath not anything in the house save a pot of oil.
A pot of oil.
So how is she gonna make money? All she had left was a pot of oil, man.
hey, man.
Hey, people skip over this part of Kings, man.
Right, they skip that, bro.
With the stuff with Elisha, a lot of people don't even talk about
They
it.
don't talk, man.
He's
This
like
dude,
the unknown prophet in the
this dude,
scriptures.
man, this dude is one of the most powerful and influential prophets in the Bible, man.
Yeah.
Elijah is by far the greatest of those, according to Yahawashi, of those born of men, of man. Elijah is cold, but man, you got to think about Elisha. Elisha say, man, give me a double portion of that man's spirit. That man was prophesying in the grave, bro.
Yeah.
Healing people from his bones while he was in the ground, bro.
He had that anointing on him. Even when he was dead, you threw a dead man in there, he revived. That anointing,
That's power,
energy
bro.
from that anointing was still on him even after his death.
Even after his death, bro. That's some serious power.
Yeah, that's some serious power given to somebody.
Man, Elijah told that boy, he say, this thing is very difficult, but if thou seest me, it shall be granted unto thee.
Yeah, for real. Now peep this, man. She just got a pot of oil.
Right.
This is verse 3. Then he said, go borrow the vessels abroad of all thy neighbors, and even empty vessels, borrow not a few. So she said, go and collect all the vessels that you see around. Get them from your neighbors, not even a few, get many.
Get a whole bunch of them, man. A whole bunch.
And when thou art come in, thou shalt shut the door upon thee and upon thy sons, and shalt pour out into all the vessels, and thou shalt set that which is full. So peep this, he's telling her, you're gonna take that small
Right.
pot with that oil you got,
And you're gonna
you're
pour
just
it,
gonna
pour
pour
it.
it.
Just
And
keep
it's gonna
pouring.
be infinitely pouring
I ain't gonna stop.
until they're all full. Just pour.
That just keep
Can you
going.
imagine telling somebody that today? They look at you crazy.
So now I got this little pot right here, and then I got all these pots here. Just keep on pouring it in there. When you lift that thing up, it's gonna still be oil in there. You got about 30 of them on there, and you're like, okay, I got one pot, and I got 30 pots here. I'm gonna pour this one in here, so this one should be empty. I lift it up, it's still full. Hold up. Boom. Most High.
Bro, I'm gonna go ahead and read that part, that where the account.
Yeah.
He says, so she went from him and shut the door upon her and her sons, who brought the vessels unto her, and she poured out And it came to pass when the vessels were full, that she said unto her sons, bring me yet a vessel. And he said unto her, there is not a vessel more, and the oil stayed. So basically, they got all the vessels they could until they're all filled.
Yep.
Then she came and told the man of God, and he said, go sell the oil and pay thy debt, and live thou and thy children of the rest.
Look at that, man. He gave her a way out of no way, bro.
That's right.
To get that, man. And that's the thing, man. That's an example for Israel right there, to let you know that there is an avenue that the Most High can take you down and get you out of this. He can take you out of those things, bro. Even in this wicked system right here, bro, he can find a way to take you out of this conundrum that we are all suffering from, and then give you to be a slave to Yahawashi.
That's right. Yeah, which we'll get that. Get 1 Corinthians 7, I think it's about verse 21.
Yeah.
We'll get, I think it's 7 and 21. We're in 1 Corinthians 7.
Because man, by being under this bondage of payments, bruh, you are not able to do the things that you would desire to do in this truth.
Yeah.
You're held down by constraints, man.
Yeah. You are. No doubt about it. That's why Yahawashi was so effective, because he actually didn't have no actual job that he was doing when he got to the ministry. He was able to full-time be a complete servant and obedient to Yahweh and do that ministry, because he wasn't bound to anything. Now we know that his particular stuff that he was doing, his will, the will for the Father in his life was different than ours.
Right.
And different for other men, because if you go through a lot of his apostles, they all worked.
Yep.
Right.
They had professions, man.
And then at times when they could be freed up individually, the church had to actually give them money to take care of them. So like if Paul and Barnabas are going to go somewhere, they might give them some money to where they could be good for a couple of months just to handle the ministry stuff.
Right.
And then they come back to their regular gig.
That's right.
Like Paul, he made tents. So when he went to certain cities, he would sit there, do his work. Other times he might be given money to go and help the church.
Right.
So at that time he was freed up to basically do completely all the stuff for the Lord. So go ahead and read that.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 20. Let every man abide in the same calling wherewith he was called. Art thou called being a servant? Care not for it. But if thou mayest be made free, use it rather.
Now peep this. What he's saying is that when you get into this thing, don't just go and quit your job.
Right.
If your brother comes into the faith and he plays in the NBA, he has to lead the NBA.
Right.
That's what the Most High, that's what he's saying. Paul's saying if you were called being in a particular position, serving or working somewhere, stay there. But if you can be free from it, use it rather.
I want to give y'all an example, because I've been through a couple of Hebrew deals, and one of the ones I was in, they were promoting, hey man, this place is going to be destroyed anyway, so just quit your job. And many guys did that, man. I wasn't of the mindset to do that, because I was like, okay, I quit my job, how I'm going to eat tomorrow? And see, they would come up with these things, what brother the Lord will provide. Okay, but then you got to use wisdom in this thing, man. You just can't listen to guys, man, because they will fool you. Just because they toting these words, man, don't necessarily mean they have your best interest at hand, man.
The biggest form of witchcraft is twisting of the scriptures.
Twisting of the scriptures. And this particular individual, he was an elderly man that was here in Houston, man. And that joker told us, and peep this, listen to the irony in this, told us to quit our jobs and come work on his farm picking cotton. Woo! Bruh, modern day slavery, bruh. This was a Jake who was trying to put other Jakes into bondage to quit their jobs. So that's how you make, because back there, and work on a farm picking some damn cotton, bruh.
Damn.
Are you kidding me,
Jake
man?
is the bruh.
There was an old school brother. There was an old school professor that was there. Very wise dude, man. And he got to me and he was like, "Ah, Ron, can you believe this nigga want me to quit my goddamn job to go out and pick some goddamn cotton?"
Come on, bro.
Hey, you know what? Because me and my,
bro, you ain't told me that story before, bro. That's
right
messed up.
Bro, that was out of control.
That is literally.
That was crazy,
bro. We might as well go back to 1800, bro.
Yeah, go out.
Drugs drop us down to 1847, bro.
Hey, 1847.
Put you on a freaking on the Sam Houston plantation.
Bruh, I couldn't,
You know
hey,
what I'm
man, that thing right there, man, when that dude said that, bruh, I was just like, man, ain't no damn way. You talking about I'm over here struggling with, at the time I was making about 30 racks, and I'm like, man, I'm struggling with this. Just to try to keep my head above water paying these bills, bruh. And then if I quit, I'm gonna pick some cotton. What you talking about, man? I'm gonna lose everything I got, bruh. I was like, boy, you kidding me, man?
Drake's out of control,
Drake
bro.
out of control, man. And that's why you really gotta watch Jake in this truth, bro.
Yep.
What he's telling you, man.
Snake oil salesman, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Snake oil salesman's out here, man, in this thing. Seen a guy, man, I seen a guy telling these guys why they listen to talking about take heed to the apostles of Great Millstone. I'm like, listen, you guys can take
Come on,
heed.
man.
We're gonna take heed to this word.
Yeah,
right.
You guys can be told about what the hell you can do, or what you should be doing, or how you need to worship a man. That's for you, bro. That's, you know, it's for us, man. We're gonna try and follow this, man.
That's right.
Man, this stuff is no joke, man. How these guys twist up these words and really put people in bamboozle. Got people putting in money to buy private jets for men.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys is out of control, bro. Jake is bro. And the reason why they do that because Jake is under them curses, man.
Yep.
Jake is the most gullible thing on the planet walking, bro.
Man, they like
You know
to
what
keep
I'm
to a
saying?
slaughter, bro.
Yeah, Jake the most gullible thing on the planet walking right now, bro. I'm telling you, you got animals that sometimes look at things and comprehend danger before Jake did.
Oh,
You're right.
Keep going on that one out.
Yeah.
There's some more of that.
Right. Verse 22. For he that is called in the Lord, being a servant, is the Lord's freeman.
Yeah, so if you're called, you're basically considered a freeman spiritually, because it's like, really when you do this, a lot of times when brothers do this, it's almost like an outlet. You feel more free doing this than when you are, because you're trying to get away from that captivity, your job. So we can't wait to get on the block.
Yeah.
It's like your free time on it.
That's right.
You're a free man, you feel free.
That's
you
it.
feel released. Keep going out.
Right. Ye are,
Keep going, no, you finish up
I didn't 22. Likewise also, he that is called, being free, is Mashiach's servant.
Yeah, so if you're free, if you're not even tied down, you're a person that you didn't have businesses, you didn't sold them, you're not even working, you're basically damn near retired. And he's like, look, you're basically my servant full time.
Yep.
You're my servant, you're my full-time servant. I'm gonna use you because you got full time to do this thing.
Right.
And at times, and even in Paul's ministry, he was freed up like that. That's why he says, I knew how to, with little, with little, and how to abound.
Right.
He knew how to do those things. He had times when he was freed up, when he could full time be devoted to the ministry. He had times where he had to sit down, and he had to make them texts.
Yep.
So keep going. Next one, finish it off with that next verse.
Ye are brought with a price, but not ye, but not. Hello, the book. Be not ye the servants of men.
Be not ye the servants of men.
So the Most High, Yahushua didn't die on the cross for us to be servants of men in the ministry.
Right.
Yeah.
So y'all don't get it.
Yeah.
Right.
Why?
Not
Because
talking about,
if you go through the letters, you're going to realize what he's talking about. He's not talking about, because, and why did he say in verse 21, so if you're a servant, if you call being a servant, don't leave. Then he said, be ye not the servants of men. What?
Right.
Is he contradicting himself? No. He's saying, be ye not the servants of men. Which is what happened with a lot of guys right now in Israel.
Right.
A lot of guys are servants of men.
I got a precept of that right here. This is Jeremiah 17:5. Thus said Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusted in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from Yahweh.
Come on.
Man, that's exactly what the brother just brought out right there, man. That's a precept to that. Because what you find in Israel today is that people are not putting their trust wholeheartedly into Yahweh. They'll see a physical manifestation of a dude right there telling them something. They believe more in that dude than they do in the words in this book. That's exactly
what you were bought with a price. Meaning Yahushua died on the cross for you to be either one of those things. Either to be the Lord's freeman or to be the Lord's servant.
Right.
That's why he died, to free us up, to allow us to serve him.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And that's what happens when you get into the truth. You're not supposed to get into this thing to then put yourself into bondage to be subject to 10% payments. After you to pay Esau 35%,
right?
Then you got to pay 10% to a wicked Jake.
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
So you working for him.
You working for
That
that.
you saying the doctrine he's saying that's contrary to the gospel.
Right.
You're
Right.
serving a man.
Serving a man, bro. That's a serving a man.
Man,
It's amazing, bro.
man, I'm telling you, bro. Man, bro.
Man, you.
Our brothers are in some conditions that
It's mind-boggling.
It's mind-boggling, bro.
You start to
You see,
really.
Jake, we seen it. Brothers struggling to make ends meet, and you still trying to figure out how to give money to a damn man out there in Sleepy Hollow, man.
Right.
That ain't working.
And you look.
That's a king and a servant relationship, man. That's a feudalist system.
Now you start to see.
Some of
now
the
you
brothers
start to
didn't
see
even
how you get frustrated.
had no damn vehicle, man, to get
Come
around.
on, bro. Guys taking trucks. Guys is giving 10% of their money when they could be saving part of that money, but they got to take the damn bus or have a brother pick them up.
Catch the bus for 40 miles out and to come downtown
Money
to
to
do
take
the
them
work.
probably a year to probably save up enough money to go get them a $2,000 cash car.
Cause man, that has to be a man. It is
But
frustrating.
you paying a $3,000-4,000 rent on an apartment for some dude in New York you never met.
Woo! That's a frustrating
Man.
piece, bro. That's frustrating.
Shoot, bro.
You see, I kind of see how Yahushua was with the disciples in, man.
I'm telling
He's like,
you.
man, how long, man? But it's like, how long I got to be here with y'all cats, man? And man, then you start to see now with the scriptures, just like this, you like, dude, how long you gonna let that stuff keep on rolling? You gonna keep on doing this over and over? You ain't gonna open your eyes one day and be
You got a
like,
man telling you that you can't come to the school unless you got on their own made garments.
ooh.
You gotta go and spend money on garments for you, your wife, and your kids just to go to a damn an event, just to go to the Passover.
Wow.
Now you gotta then get paid tickets to go to Orlando or whatever. In their timeshares, they probably got y'all paying it.
Yeah, going into
They got their own timeshares and they renting them jokers out making double dipping making money on your
That's right.
Look, that's how they do the time
That's what
share.
they
Man,
doing.
you pay that thing, you be like, look here, y'all come
You
over
read
here,
it out the rest
pay
of the
us
time you're not
$200
using it.
for 3 nights over there, and you got all these people coming in there sharing the same room,
Yep.
so you getting about $600 to $800 per room, and they probably got 5 or 6 rooms up in that joker, bro. You done paid their stuff off, bro. You just chopping that change off.
Jake, a lot of Jakes Jake likes to be a slave, man. Even to Jake, other Jakes. It's even deeper than just Esau. Jake prefer to be even a slave completely to our own people. And I'm
To
not
their
talking
own
about
people.
working for Jake.
Right.
I'm talking about literally being taken advantage of.
Right. Now you
There's
start
a difference.
Now you start to see why Yahushua told the disciples, "Go ye to the lost sheep, because the sheep are truly lost, bro."
That's right, man.
They are lost, man.
Because some people, they don't want to be under Yahweh Shah, bro. They want to be under man. Bro.
Under man.
They want to.
Yeah,
want
right.
to
Will tell you too.
That's
Yeah.
right.
If this man don't say it, I ain't going. Well, what about Yahushua?
What about the red letter? Red letter says this.
Yeah.
No, they went and threw the red letter away and said, no, this is what this man says go.
So what you doing is basically rejecting the spirit of Yahushua
Mhm.
and going to the carnal man.
It's ridiculous, man.
That's
Yep.
crazy, bro.
And I'm dumbfounded sometimes, bro. Something just, woo,
It's a frustrating piece, man. When you
shaking
think
your
about
head
it.
the whole time, like, man, bro.
Yeah, man, that bugs you to see that stuff, man.
Man,
Like
I-
all the proof is right there in front of your face, man.
Man,
And you refuse to see it.
That's that blindness, that gross darkness.
that's that gross stuff.
That stuff is real, and that's why Esau and these other nations, they look at Jake because they see the gross darkness on Jake.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, damn, how is this? You got other nations looking at Jake. How they still loving these people? And
They killing
they
them.
killing them like this. They sitting there going, if that was happening to us, we would be like, man, we about to go to war with these people.
Yeah.
Right.
Ishmael ain't playing that.
Oh no,
Ishmael ain't playing that.
Ishmael ain't about to go down.
Ishmael ain't about to do that. Ishmael about to go to war, bro. Ishmael ain't gonna play that, bro, at all.
Telling
He
you.
like, no, y'all done bombed us. No, we fighting back.
Yeah,
Even though Esau done set up the ISIS,
yeah.
even though Esau set up ISIS is a channel for Ishmael to strike back in his mind. That's how he look at it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
That's
it.
right. Man.
You know, but our people, they're like, nah, man, we want to be enslaved. We want to be here forever.
That's
Jake
crazy.
will complain about police brutality. July 4th come, he first one barbecue. He the first one lighting up the pit.
First
He
one.
the first one with the red, white, and blue flag.
Yeah.
The first one, even before Esau.
Outfit,
He
head
done
to toe, red,
beat
white,
Esau.
and blue.
He trying to put up fireworks on July 3rd, right at midnight.
How much time you got?
How much time?
On your phone.
Oh, mine's what's the phone? Downtown Hall.
But we did it at what time?
This is my downtown Hall.
Oh, it's downtown. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, man, you know, pretty much went into
I
what we
got
were
1
going
minute.
to.
Oh,
Already already finished?
I can't really, but it looked like it say 1 minute.
Okay.
sure. Well,
Yeah,
let's
go
get that
ahead and wrap it
Matthew.
up.
Yeah.
Let's get that Matthew 6.
Oh, damn, so the battery down already?
It got a little line, one little line.
Oh, wait, shit.
But that look like-
Let's get this Matthew 6 and 26.
My eyes. No, that's 31.
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead and read it. Go ahead and read it, though.
Oh, okay.
It's
We'll
31.
wrap it up. We're pretty much good to go.
This is Matthew 6, starting at. Oh, shoot.
Hold on, 26 and 6.
26 and 6. I'm sure. This is Matthew 26, verse 6. Now when Yahawashi was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of precious ointment, and poured it on his head, as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, To what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much, and given to the poor. When Yahawashi understood it, he said unto them, Why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this, that this woman have done, be told for a memorial of her.
Right. So, again, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Hopefully this is edifying for you brothers and sisters. And we want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh,
Hashem,
Yahawashi. Peace and blessings to you brothers and sisters throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.